You've heard the headlines. A VA scandal, allegations of overprescription of opiates to military veterans suffering from post-traumatic stress.
And Wisconsin is the focus right now, with VA hospitals across the state under investigation and review for those practices. 12 News' Mike Goucher has tonight's On Assignment.
For 3 months, 12 News has been reporting on the issues raised by whistleblowers, staff, and families whose personal losses are at the center of the VA investigations. Tonight, the search for answers and why finding a fix matters to all of us.
You know, I've been here for 8 hours and no one will talk to me.
We met Ryan Honnell in a union conference room at the Tomah VA in February when he was anxious and frustrated. His efforts to get the attention of policymakers seemed to fall on deaf ears.
You know, I just felt an obligation to these people to continue to get somebody to listen to me.
With whistleblower protection, Honnell had funneled a series of emails to Wisconsin lawmakers and the VA itself, detailing complaints against medical staff at Tomah for the overprescription of opiates, painkillers.
But it's some serious stuff, right? So, like, I just wanted somebody to look at it.
In fact, the VA knew about the complaints years earlier and had investigated prescription practices. A report by the Inspector General in March of 2014 found the rate of opioid prescriptions by 3 physicians at the Tomah VA Medical Center were some of the highest in the nation. Yet the Inspector General closed its investigation without notifying policymakers or the public. Then, a tragedy at Tomah. In August of 2014, a 35-year-old Marine from Stevens Point died of an overdose while receiving inpatient care. Sitting at the dining room table in their home, Marv and Linda Simkuski talked about their son Jason's addiction to painkillers and his death.
I look at all these meds that, you know, my son was given, and I hear from other people the same stories. My son went in there with a pain med addiction. Why would you start him back on Tramadol, which is a pain med, and then send him 50 of them at a time? I just didn't understand that.
Marv Simkuski recounted his visit to Tomah the day his son died. He said he found his son in bed, unable to communicate.
We went back in his room, and his daughter gave him a hug, and we stayed there for a little while, and he just kind of waved us off to go. And I never realized that he would have, you know, been that bad, or I would have never left him that day. So.
And then later that day, it was in the afternoon, about 2:30.
I felt so bad for him, being in that room alone and dying.
The Simkuskis added their voices to those of whistleblowers at Tomah. Members of the Wisconsin congressional delegation were under scrutiny for their failure to act on the IG's report and complaints to their offices. In response, Senator Tammy Baldwin called for a new investigation. And in an unprecedented step, Senator Ron Johnson called for a congressional hearing in Tomah.
Do you swear the testimony you will give before this committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
A panel of whistleblowers and family members were sworn in, and instantly their personal stories became public testimony.
I have argued with Jason's doctors for the last 4 years about them over-medicating him. I was always told that I wasn't their patient, even though I was his dad who truly cared about him. What I would like to know is if Jason was their son, would they have had him on all these medications?
I just wish the whistle I blew would resurrect those who have died due to the mistreatment.
While anguish was evident, answers seemed fleeting. Wisconsin's lawmakers pressed the VA, Tomah management, and the Inspector General for answers.
Can we expect additional discipline and when?
Answers about retaliation against whistleblowers.
How widespread do you find this type of retaliation that you're witnessing and that you're hearing about here in Tomah?
Answers about accountability.
And I think that's what makes people angry here. People aren't held accountable, they're not fired.
The 3-hour hearing ended on a bipartisan note, and with a tone of optimism about fixing the problems. Yet in the crowded hotel ballroom in Tomah, a weariness and wariness prevailed, people wondering when and if the problems would be solved.
Coming up in our 10:30 half hour, something you'll see only on 12 News. My conversation with U.S. Senators Ron Johnson and Tammy Baldwin and Congressman Sean Duffy and Mark Pocan. I asked them if the problems in the VA system are getting fixed.